My 3S finale with this car is gonna be jumping this gap, including getting past this curb right here. And yeah, this is quite the stretch. Danger. It's got danger written all over it. The HBX 2997a is one of, actually it's probably my favorite RC car under $200. Now there are many reasons for that. A few of them would be the fact that it has a center differential, it's got a wide stance for stability, and it's an extremely durable plastic platform. Another one of my favorites is the Relarlo Omni Terminator. That's a little bit better made, does have some higher end parts on it, but it is more expensive than this car. Anyway, we're gonna use the shocks and the tires off this car to put on here. The shocks this comes with aren't bad, but the ones on here are just so much better. They're gonna offer us a little bit more ride height. Now we actually have plans for this guy in the future. It's probably gonna be even more nuts than what this is gonna be. So hold on to your hats. Not literally.
Yeah, but look what happens. Every time. Now watch me crumble.
Hold on to your horses. Where'd you get a horse? Because that's coming up. Anyway, not only are we going to do those suspension and tire upgrades, we're going to install a 3652 4000 kV 3S capable brushless system. But the power system that's in this car isn't all that terrible. So I do want to see first how it operates with these tires and those shocks on it before we upgrade the electronics. Then we'll go absolutely insane with it. Here's our shocks. If these pivot balls pop off the shock, it'll just pop right over the screw. We can use some tiny little washers to mitigate that risk. Yeah, front's installed perfectly with no issues. The only thing I changed was those washers still used the HBX screws. And by the way, you can choose to lower this ride height a little bit by changing holes you use to mount the shocks. Yeah, she's sitting up high. That should be nice. All right, let's check these rears. They're a little more challenging because you have the chassis in the way and the spring is touching the control arm right there. Hopefully just one washer will work. Use as a spacer behind as well as in front of the shock mount. Making a little shock sandwich. Should have done these before tires. Oh yeah, that is sitting up tall. Like you don't even know. That is sitting up there. Looks mean. Now we're just gonna start out with the stock 1800 milliamp 2S battery that this car comes with. Then we're gonna 3S it. Then we're gonna put that powerhouse hobby wing motor in it. And then we're gonna 3S it again. Oh, I am gonna do one other thing. This is a pretty brittle body. It likes to crack real easy. So I'm gonna put a bunch of, what do I have? That's Gorilla Tape. I'm gonna put a bunch of Gorilla Tape on the inside of it. Hopefully preserve that body a bit. That was a nice one. Yeah. Definitely sitting up probably a little too high. Still no backflip. It's definitely screaming for a 3S. Last second turn there. Get out of there. It does not like this grass. This 2S feels sluggish. Yeah, that's it. We're moving up. Man, that motor is hot. Just on a 2S battery. I mean, it's the grass. The grass is too long. You can tell that it's dragging the car down. The tires are a little bit bigger too, and that's gonna increase heat. Well, it's definitely not gonna like 3S, but we're doing it anyway. Yeah, wakes her up. So much more power. Oh boy. Oh, it's just overextended. All right, definitely have the suspension stretched out too far. We'll fix that in a minute. That was pretty. I adjusted the shock positions down as low as they can go via the holes in the arms and the shock towers. So it should handle a lot better without flipping over. Oh, I thought that was gonna be the tree. Oh, that scared me. Whoa! Oh, it hates this grass. We're replacing the ESC anyway. We're gonna relocate it so that we can put a bigger battery in here. We are going to put some thicker fluid in the center differential. And I might even do that for the front and rear. Problem is these aren't sealed diffs, so I don't know how well it's gonna hold fluid. Yeah, pretty much nothing in it at all. But I'm just gonna put some thick grease in. At least we have some resistance in there now. The center, Dry as a bone. 100,000 weight diff fluid. All right, got that lot buttoned back up. I got the pinion gear off and putting it on the new motor. All right, sitting nice, looking good. This thing's gonna scream. You just watch, you're gonna see. There's hair on it. So I'm gonna use this piece of metal to cut a bracket slightly bigger than the servo and match up these screw holes here. Ugh. There we go. File down those edges, drill through the plate, attach it to the top of the servo, and then I can glue the ESC directly to the top of this metal plate. Or better yet, 3D print you something. Have not yet gotten into that game. I know I need to, for sure. I also chose to super glue a piece of foam in here so it has a nice cushy seat. There are a few things left to do. Remove that battery partition. Oh, I did already grease up the front diff. That's done. Got our receiver bound to this Dumbo RC radio. I'll link all these parts in the description. We're about to take this thing on one crazy adventure. Oh, and there are only a few days left to enter to win this custom widened Arma Granite with a center differential. Just a little example of what it's got on 2S. Wow, those brakes are set strong. Oh, these tires are almost too grippy. Go, dude, full speed. Oh, yeah. Whoa! Okay, my 3S finale with this car is gonna be jumping this gap. We're gonna try that in just a minute. Front flip. That was exactly what I meant to do, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, it was. Yeah, fist bump that. Boom. This is still 2S, by the way. This thing is nuts. All right. Let's give this a try. We don't have a straight run up, rocky concrete landing, and it's just a big gap. Probably bigger than it looks on video. Yeah, we missed the ramp. We slam into a curb. Why is this dude driving so slow through the parking lot? Standing backflip or rolling backflip? Wow. A quick practice jump because I'm scared. Oh look, Creepy's back. What are we doing, man? Student drop off, not RC car drop off. Got Creepy Pete over there making his rounds or what? Oh yeah! It made the jump pretty easy though. Oh, I cannot see it.
That popped out. Really all that happened.
That's true. It doesn't look like it broke. Smash right into the curb diagonally. That's one of the worst things you can do. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, right on the head. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh, and a dog bone popped out. I saw it, I heard it, I felt it. A dog bone. Okay, I said that was gonna be the finale, but I decided I wanted to shoot for one more goal, and this will be a first for me. Got that rear dog bone back in place. This poor body is looking all sorts of folded. We did end up getting some damage on this rear upper control arm. I had a used one that I was able to put in there, because we're gonna see what kind of speeds we get out of this on 2 and 3S, and I'm gonna try to bag a triple backflip. I was just about to try it, and then we had an 80-mile-an-hour windstorm blow through here. But we can rebuild. Ugh. 33. I also turned my braking down to 50%. The steering is not returning to center. It wasn't like that before. Probably damaged something on that jump. 44 miles an hour. Now we're going for that triple backflip. I could probably squeeze a couple miles an hour more out of it, but... Oh, first try. Sweet. Right under the wolf, I think. It's missing its head. Maybe it's a gray fox. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, something happened. Huh? Not too bad. So this made me happy in much more than just one way. Insane performance and insane durability. The performance is pretty easy to spot, you know, in the video. But the durability, we've got a mangled body, a few new cracks, but nothing crazy for what it went through. I showed you that we busted up an upper control arm. Dog bone popped out, which isn't a breakage. There at the end on that last botched jump, we broke the pin that mates the axle to the wheel stub. So the wheel now spins freely from the axle, and the front bumper is slightly off its axis. Other than that, ESC never came unglued. That foam probably saved it on those concrete landings. The fan still works, which is rare after doing concrete stuff like that. The servo most definitely is not working properly. I would replace that servo anyway. It's definitely one of the weak points that still remain on this car. I would also mount the ESC 180 degrees so that the wires don't interfere with the body right here. I was hoping for more than 44 miles an hour. The problem is, due to the motor mount design, you're kind of stuck with a 16-tooth pinion. They have it designed where you can flip it and put a 14-tooth on it, but then it would be even slower. So without modifying that, you can't change it. But what you could do is go for a higher KV motor. I just don't know for sure how high you could reliably go. I'm pretty happy with the 4000 though. Triple backflips, long jumps with a lot of height to them, good speeds, pretty decent handling, and the tires are arguably too grippy for how lightweight the car is. It's not super light, but it's light compared to the Terminator that they came off of. But then the old tires slid around a little too much, I think. So I still like these better. Thinner fluid in the shocks, and I think you've got a perfect car. If you've never seen it, here's the review video on the stock version. Here's the review video on the Omni Terminator, and then here's a comparison between them both. And don't forget to enter to win that beast. And never forget how awesome you are.